Lauren, you're smarter than I am. That's why we have you. Is there any good news for Democrats right now on the map?
Well, one piece of good news, or perhaps a warning to Republicans, might be that overconfidence is naturally dangerous, especially with polling. And so there have been studies, for instance, that show that these probabilistic polls that give one party or another a chance of winning are really confusing to people, and they can make people stay home. So one warning for both parties would be out there begging for votes. Tell people the stakes are high and get your people out. But, don't say we're going to win in a landslide, because actually, especially these Senate races, they're very tight and nobody knows for sure.
Yeah, they're about as tight as you can possibly be, tight as a weld as an anchor on an aircraft carrier or something like that. I think about closing arguments. You make that point. Live pictures right now for Arizona rallies there this weekend and across the country. Part of this closing argument, so much of it depends on who is making it. You've done a lot of study about the celebrity of politics, celebrity endorsements. Oprah Winfrey, Dave Matthews for Fetterman. Matthews did a concert. Harry Styles, Willie Nelson, Casey Musgraves, Lin-Manuel Miranda for Beto, although that doesn't seem like it's going to do much good. UFC champion Henry Curto for Kerry Lake, Dana White, Joe Lombardo, Martin Sheen for Catherine Cortez and Raphael Warnock, Barbara Streisand for Maggie Hassan in New Hampshire. Is there really undecided voters right now out there who are wondering who to cast a ballot for on Tuesday and going, oh, well, since Barbara Streisand told me to vote for Maggie Hassan, I'm going to?
No, and there aren't that many. And so the people that might be good to target are young voters who are very unreliable. They vote at pretty low rates compared to other groups. And maybe they pay more attention to entertainment and politics. Maybe they think of themselves as a Democrat anyway, but this came across their radar in a way that it hadn't before, and so they get to the polls. And frankly, if parties have these stars willing to do this, great. That brings energy, helps with last minute fundraising in the final weeks if you need it. But where the endorsements count, if ever, tends to be at the primary stage, when candidates are trying to get attention and get people to learn who they are. You're very right that at this stage, most general election voters have already decided. And for a swing voter, that might not match up with the type of person that's paying no attention and changes their mind based on Oprah. It does tell me, though, that Pennsylvania in particular, Democrats think it's very close. And so the Fetterman campaign is doing everything it can.
Everybody's
to push it forward,
pulling out all the stops. And certainly when you and I were in Pennsylvania, it was that debate that sort of changed everything. You can look at the polling. It was that key inflection point. Look, getting out the vote, it's different than it used to be because of early voting and absentee voting and everything else. It's a much different ground game than before. But so much of it revolves around these rallies of getting those sort of people on the fence, not necessarily who I'm going to vote for, but if I'm going to vote in terms of the stakes. Soundbite of Hillary, Kamala Harris, and Barack Obama talking about the stakes in the election. Take a listen.
Every issue that I can think of that I imagine you could care about is literally on the ballot.
With what we're seeing happen around our country, elections matter.
Things won't be okay on their own. We have to fight for it.
Does the sort of scare tactic of this is the most important election of our life until 2024, right? Does that work?
I mean, campaign messages tend not to work on average. I mean, maybe it's a concerted effort. If you reinforce the message, everyone stays on message, that tends to be a good thing than all of your surrogates saying whatever they feel like at any given moment. But, Democrats are working with what they have, and what they have is reminding people they don't want to go back to Trump and reminding people of the election denials, and they have abortion, and those are their two issues. But they're not talking about the economy. I tend to think politicians should go out there and defend their own policies, but that's not good for them. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.